You there, Eric? You're like super low. Hold on. Let me just. All right, try me again.
Can you hear me all right?
I can now.
Okay. Yeah, I was messing around on my dread. Have you started yet?
No. I'm getting ready to start right now.
Okay. Let me pick up one more. I decided to turn my druid into this herbivore and
The herb.
herbalism and alchemy.
I mean, I'm sure druids don't really want to eat. Well, maybe bear druids, cat druids, moonkins maybe, but moonkins might be omnivores because owls are. I don't know. I don't think there's actually only tree druids are like I'm not gonna eat. Well, actually, they would have a reason to eat more meat than anybody. Like I'm not gonna eat me. I take that back. Druids are all carnivores.
Druids have a very interesting story in the game.
Yeah.
Why are they anti every race? Well, they had a war with their own race and they don't like magic. You do magic, no matter what race you are, they fight you. You touch the tree, you're dead.
All right. So this is our journey to 50.
They used to have a lot of hate for mages.
Oh, they still do. So journey to 50. I forgot to like mark everything off yesterday.
Finally started bringing their own people back that were mages.
And I got a friend in today to help out. Oh, it looks like I made like 4 gold. Yay. I may try and buy some gear.
Right now, I think in Caddy, you can roll a 9 health mage.
Yes. I don't know. I'm playing Horde because the Goblin is the master race.
I understand. When the Goblin first came out back in retail, I made a shaman goblin. Named it Natural Gas.
I like it.
Well, because their totems look like drills, like they're mining.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. That was one thing I liked about Cataclysms. Like they really went all out with actually like giving all the classes. Yeah.
Made it feel like they might be the same build, but they look different, built different.
So I used the level boost from buying. I do want to see if I can buy some gear since I got some guild. I did the level boost from buying Cataclysm. I use mine on getting. I use mine on getting. Why is my camera not working? I use mine on getting a warrior. I just boosted a warrior because I want to play arms warrior.
Oh yeah, they're gonna do good. Since armor pins no more, they just do raw damage.
Oh great! There we go. There we go.
My paladin's level 30 right now.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can't buy like a new weapon or something with some gold I made.
I'll probably need to do that too myself eventually. Jesus, I don't have the damage on my
Well, I bought something for 5 gold, so I am now almost broke again.
Sounds about right.
Oy. It's crazy that the massive iron axes are still selling. Like I eventually could make one, but so yesterday when I ended the stream, I forgot to like write everything down. It's like, okay, hey, this is where I'm at. So I was like, shit, if I do anything, I think people might accuse me of like doing something I didn't do. So I was like, all right, well, let's just go in and we'll do it. I'll just start whenever I get on tomorrow. So.
I do like that they buff Sil Martyr.
I don't know. The damage though is gonna help out because like my last axe was like from level 20. This one will be from like level 32. So.
Yeah, mine's level 23. So.
Um. Oh. How'd y'all's fun run yesterday go?
Oh, I had to get off, and we beat Aronicus, and we wiped a few times on Haku. Is that how you supposed to say his name?
Hakar?
A car, yeah. I forgot there's an R in there somewhere. Too many people left, and I had to leave. Like, it was like almost 2 p.m. my time, and I get up at work at 8 p.m. So it's like, I can't stay, guys. I'm sorry. We wiped too much on Arrakis. So I didn't win anything. I win a lot of flask and seeds. That's about it. I went good. I was on my warlock. Like, I'm trying to gear as my warlock, but I'm coming in with tank gear and DPSing. So if I do switch to off tanking, I just have to switch runes, and I'll tank decent.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I really don't want to do an alt if I'm gonna go play Cataclysm, so I'm kind of like, this is just kind of like something fun for me to do in the meantime.
When Cataclysm hit, all I'm doing for like the first month, probably the first month of the first phase of Cataclysm, I'm gonna be more focused on that. But I'll still be here for the morning raids. I'll still help do raids in this guild. Like,
Yeah.
my alt activity might drop off.
Well, I'm hoping that they're not gonna like try and drop the next phase like too soon after Cataclysm. Like, I think it would just be a kind of like slap in the face to people who kind of want to play both.
I know, right? Because we won't be full-grown adults. We would barely. I'm barely able to balance it now. I've took more time doing SOD because I'm waiting for Cataclysm.
Yeah.
It should be at least 3 more months because the population has not cleared that raid that much. It really, this expansion, this phase just needs more time until those numbers are up there.
Well, you know, I guess maybe, I don't know. I didn't realize the raid was that hard.
Oh yeah, like the population of it's still low.
Hmm.
Those last 2 bosses fuck people up still.
I mean, I know we've gotten like we've gotten like punched in the gut by it a couple times, but nothing's been like, oh my god, we can't like come around. Like how we did it with 19 guys the other day. I've been meaning to pull that clip.
Well, the thing is, it's not like for people that can organize like a guild. Yeah, easily guild group of 20. Yeah, it's hard to pug.
I mean, I knew that was gonna be a thing when they announced it, like, but
like, gone, you can pug. You just have to have like 2 or 3 people that's dedicated to the mechanics, and the other 5 people can almost fuck off.
well, I mean, if you really think about it though, like there's nothing hard that this game's actually asked us to do when it comes to these mechanics. Like,
the only bad thing about, like, you gotta remember, there's people that likes to praise. Like, they like to get that big old purple or gray.
oh yeah, the parse.
And all the boss mechanics have people moving. Range DPS, melee DPS. The reason why a lot of them are complaining because they're not getting parsed because they have to constantly move, and no one's built.
I think that's bull. That's bull. I'm gonna call shenanigans on. Oh well, I can't parse because I have to move a lot. You're just not. Your strategy is bunk at that point because I've parsed, and I've done a lot of movement, and I raid lead. Like,
true. I give you that. There's some people that can do it easily. They got the.
Well, I mean, it's not even so much as skills because I would consider like I definitely am a higher end player, but not like, you know, nothing like you're gonna go and be like nothing you're writing home about essentially.
Yeah,
I'm
I understand. Like some people, I'm not saying I'm complaining. I'm saying That's what they're saying. Like I've heard a lot of melee people complain that they have to take off runes to help. I'm like, it's part of raiding.
It's part of the
You
game,
gotta,
bro. Like, yeah, the
you gotta
part,
like,
the part, the parse is, and I've called on some of our very own guys about doing the same thing of being like, hey, man, I don't really care about your parse. If you can't parse with my strategy, you're not doing the you're doing. I don't know what you're doing because it's not me, it's you. Because if I can parse, and I've got some blue parses and some purple parses, and I don't even have the best of gear. Like when it comes to being a sweat lord.
the funny thing, my hunter right now, there's only two bosses I have purple parses on.
Yeah.
The very first one, and a Rickus.
Yeah. I mean,
Because I got that down where I can pump as much DPS as I slowly move to the side. Slowly move to the side. Back up, do it again.
yeah.
During the burn phase, I just hop around and just start spamming everything into them.
So reshare up these quests if you got any.
Yeah, let me load up a quest to see if my add-on's gonna work for me. Looks like that one worked right here.
All right, there we go. Yeah, look, if you're worried about your parse while you're trying to play, like,
I never is. I started just looking at them recently and see how well am I doing compared to other range.
I mean, you should because that's how you improve. Like that's like I mean I compare my logs to other druids and see what it is, and a lot of my stuff that's holding me back right now is just gear. I've got the rotate balance rotation is stupid easy. Maintain your dots. Make sure you're hitting the right button. Make sure your star surging is when you can, and do not overlap your star surge. Make sure you fire a starfire next. Um, I gotta do an idol. I gotta go run Nomer at some point between today and tomorrow, so I can try for an idol. Like that's a giant chunk of my damage is gone because of that.
Because you're idle, yeah.
Yeah,
That sucks for a lot of classes that I ain't doing the best I am because I don't have that one item. That one item will free me up to do a lot more damage.
yeah.
That's just how it's always been in a lot of these versions of the games.
But if I went to go look, like, let's go to Warcraft logs.
Like I got a couple blues and I got a couple high greens.
Yeah,
So I'm not too bad. I'm not gray on any of them.
that's what I like. That means just you haven't died. Like as long as you don't die. Like the first 4 fights, I've got blues, and then the last 3, I've got purples.
The main reason why I don't get a lot of good parses on the defenders is because I'm CC. I watch my target. I'll actually stop DPS and make sure my target's
Yeah.
CC.
Well,
Break off, CC, then go back, and sometimes I have to walk across the.
eventually, like eventually we're gonna outgear that problem. Like that's the idea. Is like eventually we're gonna outgear that problem, and then we can actually incorporate like actual like having like a parse run, and that'll be like the idea behind it. It's like, okay, hey, look, we need to do this, but we got to do this, and so on and so forth. So that's the idea. So that's gearing. That's how a lot of mythic rating works in retail. Is unless you're like some ultimate cutting edge every year guild, like if you're slowly you're out gearing problems. That's why they run so many mythic pluses. Holy crap! I just realized how many like dead fell hunters are there.
Oh yeah, someone dragged all of them here.
All right, that guy's a hero. I don't care who he is. But a lot of their problems are solved via gearing. Like we'll just go run a bunch of mythic 20s and get gear, and then this won't be a problem anymore. Like that's and there's nothing wrong with that. And that's going to kind of be like we don't have that. We didn't have that problem when it came to this either, because we just came up with a strategy and said, well, this is what works. We also spent a lot of time in phase 2 as soon as they announced it. Okay, how do we optimize getting everybody the stuff they're going to need to be successful in phase 3? And that's what's led the Lone Rangers to the success. Was like we just made sure that everything was decent, like we were set to go.
Yeah, we have plenty of good players. Like I even saw myself. Didn't kill the boss, but we did try to do that nuke phase where we just try to go all asleep, just beat the crap out of the boss and force them to another sleep phase.
Yeah, okay, so whoever told me that was wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, whoever told me that was wrong. Like hella wrong. Um what it is
Enough DPS. You
what
could
it,
do it. We got about what 25% left.
what it is actually you only have when you go down and do that, you honestly want to stop at here's what you'd still have to have somebody up there to wake you up, but no, he doesn't reset the dream phase when he does that. Like I said, whoever told me that, they were a liar. And it really agitates me because I was like, all right, well, I'm going to trust the goodwill of somebody on the internet. Lesson learned, internet.
Yeah.
Oh man, now I'm actually doing damage and it feels so good. Oh my god, having a
You're in there. I was still sleeping. My bad.
oh, you're good. I'm out. I was just waiting for you. I thought I had the quest for killing the satyrs and stuff like that to get another one.
Oh yeah, I barely.
I thought I did. I thought I picked it up. I guess not.
It doesn't automatically pick it up.
Well, no. I thought I saw a yellow there, and I talked to the guy to pick it up, and it wasn't there. Oh man. All right. We got. Oh, so like the
Oh, I got silence. Be careful.
You're good. You're good. I'll be all right. Oh, you know what? I do need to go pick up food. I do need to go back. I didn't buy any food or
Start dragging.
Get back here, you little bastard. I need to go pick up potions and food. All right, let's just walk back then because they're gonna keep running in at us, and this is bullshit.
I need to do what you're doing when I get the little. Just give me a better weapon.
Oh, massive iron axe. I'm gonna die.
Oh, you might.
Oh.
I'm silenced.
It's not your fault, bro. It's okay. Thank you for the lay on hands, bro. Look, like, and
I'm just gonna run forward.
yeah, I might as well too. But I'm dazed and stunned, and I got like, yeah, that's all right. The thing's right here. You're gonna die from that.
Yeah, yes, I am. I got 3 dots of that.
Right, like it's still rather annoying that it stacks to 3 like that because that thing is like chunking at your health. I don't think it's like I think it's a miserable that they'll chase somebody else up and then you somehow generate aggro. See, oh, there it is. I thought I picked it up. All right.
You have to manually go to it. I think it's the add-on if you have the add-on.
All right, there's that, and let me buy some rice cakes. There we go.
I'll go ahead and get it too since we're both doing it.
I'm telling you, man, these little potions, if you're doing any of these things, are super, super useful. So, oh man, but yeah, like if you can't parse legitimately, if you can't parse with the strategies that I'm running, you're not doing something like. And some of them it does unfavor certain classes. Like I would say on Huzzahs and Morphaz, it definitely hurts the melee. But I tried evening it out to where the melee had a chance to do their thing as well. Where okay, we got a problem.
I see the problem.
Yeah. So it definitely hurts the it hurts the melee sometimes, but it's so much easier for them to do these things. To have them, hey, I need you to take down the fire elementals. Like that's where it helps out. And it's like it's not because I'm trying to pick on you, it's just because you're already there where the tank's gonna be to pick up these guys. So just, you know, kind of fill the role. And you get people that
want to go down into sleep and do that big damage phase.
Yeah, well, I mean, the damage is normalized, so you could actually just stay up and attack the dragon.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize that because they think. But it's nice when you don't have to work. You don't have to get on the ads, because you're doing that. Like, yet again, I get it, but rating is a bigger picture. Like rating is all about the bigger picture. It's like, how can I do this? How do we do this as a team? And a lot of people don't get that when they come in and they're playing this game. Like even I like to solo play. I absolutely enjoy just kind of like chilling out, doing my own thing, and like questing myself. Like if there's a problem, I will figure out how to overcome it. Like, oh well, I have to kill these guys here in the dream, but I can't do this by myself or something like that. I was like, okay, how do I do this? And I'll come up with a plan. Rating is 20 people having to be on the same page and everybody being responsible for themselves and essentially for others. And a lot of raiders in this game throughout the years that ever since I've honestly played the game, it's always been like that. It's always been, how can I do more for me?
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people's me. Oh, I'm like a lot of people's like, oh, I'm gonna stop raiding when I get my gear. Why? Oh, I got everything I need. I don't need this anymore. Oh, are you quitting then? Like, keep coming.
Well, thankfully we don't have that here. Thankfully the gear gets spread out kind of
Evenly.
Yeah, we've done a really good job about that. So, man, I really.
You up here, right?
No, I'm down here killing more imps. But they dispersed. You get that, and I really. I don't blame people for like, hey, look, I've got other things, but you got there for a reason. Oh.
Here, don't worry.
You good?
Here, focus fire.
Boop. There he goes. And then this is our last one. I do need help killing Worgens because I wasn't able to share that quest. I think I had it. I have had that one quite a bit. I couldn't do it by myself, so.
Fine, I can help you on that.
I appreciate it. All right, so there goes that.
I need to do the report fade, I think.
That's fine.
I jumped off the way the
Oh. Alrighty. I still think I have like one nightmare hound I gotta kill. I'll get it on the way out.
Yeah. We got this.
Yeah. So.
It did that stupid thing where it doesn't teleport you.
Are you saying it's not working as intended?
Oh, it's working perfectly as it intended. I'm actually impressed there's that many people in here, actually.
Oh, this is a good spot. Like, if they would they really should turn this into a weekend event where you get like bonus experience for being in here on the weekends and stuff like that. Everybody can play at some point during the weekend. Like, to say you can is kind of. There we go. Here.
To tell you the truth, a lot of people say, "Oh, the devs on this one have been really good."
No, they have.
Since phase 1, I've had like.
They were really good in phase 1 because they didn't have a whole lot going on. Like Lich King was kind of like in the wind downs. There wasn't a whole lot. There wasn't a whole lot that they were. Oh, they got like a level 50. They've got to have somebody. Oh, the 37. They were really good in phase 1 because they really didn't have anything else going on. So you had like, because Cataclysm wasn't here yet. There was no reason for, there was no reason. Let's go grab the Magi text and see if we can't carry Varric Zul. So they didn't have a whole lot. They didn't have anything going on. So like they could very well address every little issue that the game was coming up. Well, then as phase 2 came out, that's when like Cataclysm, like the roadmap for Cataclysm was already out, and they said, okay, hey, we're gonna go we gotta ramp this up. Okay, well then they have the issue of okay, we're trying to do Cataclysm, but we also need to make sure that we're doing season discovery, and that's why we didn't see near as many updates or changes during season 2. Like it wasn't there. And now, because there's so many issues with Cataclysm, they can't break that team off to come in and go, well, okay, hey, let's actually work on this. We'll do, And so, like, I get it, they're stretched thin,
Yeah.
but
Well, they're not just. No, the thing is, didn't they just like a couple months back let go of a lot of people?
they let go of a lot of people. I mean, yeah. But even if that was the answer, like, I don't want to be an asshole to the people that, I don't want to be an asshole to the people that maybe who were there, but I do have a question of, like, why were they fired? Like, oh, you can always say, well, we're just trying to do budget cuts. Okay, I'll accept that on a very minimal face value. But what were some people doing? Because I've seen some of the titles and stuff like that people have when they're working at Blizzard, and it's like fancy ways to say I do the same thing that the guy next to me does, and you're like, okay, why am I hiring you like twice? It's like art supervisor, art supervisor plus, and you're like, wait, why do I got a plus? Oh, look at me! Look, it's sorry. Hey, buddy. Hey, I am working on getting something going for you on a Monday. Like, we're talking the officers, they want to do another raid day, and I was like, we should definitely do a Monday. So, I just want you to know.
Hey, that's what I'm popping phone for. Who's running the 11:30 raids?
The 11:30 raids, that is cake. We got to kill that big guy.
Yeah. I can make those raids because I get off work at 11. I just might be into raid late.
I mean, reach out to him. Reach out to Cake and let him know that you want to do that.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Oh shit. I'm gonna die too because you're not here. Oh.
I pulled aggro.
Oh.
They really need to tune this.
I wouldn't so much mind tuning it, but I definitely got to get somebody like. All right. I can't.
Just run. I'm gonna release.
Yeah, I want to get that dude. Like, it should be easy for us to kill him. Yeah, reach out to Cake and let him know. Like, I don't think that would be an issue with him at all. The Friday ones, I'm pretty sure it's Cake. If it's not Cake, it's
11:31's his Cake.
Yeah, so he'll take you. He's a good dude.
Yeah,
Sweet, thank you.
I think he's still trying to hunt down regulars. So yeah, they should.
Oh yeah, dude. I was gonna say because they were asking about if we were gonna do anything. We were talking about doing like like, hey, look, you're dragging ass kind of run. Which is like would be Monday, where we kind of like take you in, and it's like the guys that are like, they show up to raid, they're not really, they level to 50 and they're hoping to get gear from the raid and they're not doing anything else. And we were gonna like, okay, we'll put you in on like Mondays, we'll raid with you on Mondays, and that way, we're not pulling our hair out trying to figure out why the high levels, or like why the higher end runs are getting their asses yeeted. So you think you can keep me healed?
Get some crap going. I'll see if I can keep you healed. My problem is, I think I came in here in half health, and that thing gave me a good body.
Yeah, no worry, I got you. Hold on, I'm gonna come in here with some fire. Boop. No, you're good. There we go. Now we got some. Now we're cooking with some bacon grease. As long as you just kind of like keep me, they'll damage and get this guy. So as long as you keep me alive, we're gonna be good. So yeah, we're working on something for you, bro. Like I absolutely am not gonna let you. Like, that was like one of our talking points too, and they were having their little officers meeting the other day. They're like, well, hey, we have this issue. How do we solve this issue? And I was like, well, and you were like the point of subject of that issue. So
Yeah, as soon as I saw you guys sign the 11:30, I was like, oh, that works actually for me. I get off work at 11. Takes me about a half hour to get home, so I can log out next to the entrance.
okay. I don't think that's going to be an issue at all. Like I absolutely think that if you why am I hate it like somebody in here starts a fight and then I'm in combat with them. So yeah, I'll let Cake know you're coming, bro. And
Yeah, sounds great.
I'll explain. Actually, is he on right now? That dude will be. Oh, I'm not in the guild.
I'm on an alt, so I don't know.
I can look. Okay.
Yeah.
He is online.
Yo, whisper and tell him we got a guy. Tell him to jump if he can jump in Discord.
Yeah, I think Sari's online too.
Oh, there you go.
I actually am.
I need to kill some of this melee ogre. So
There's a lot of trash that they have to kill, and if they, like that's our big thing too. Like we don't mind if you have to be late. Like it's the matter of like, oh, I'm gonna be late, and then you never show up, or you don't even bother telling us. Like that's the big thing that we've had, and we've had a couple people actually. Gotta give it to my man Cuddle. Cuddle was like, hey man, I missed it and I'm late and now I have to suffer the consequences, and like probably the most chillest dude about it. And I was like, man, that's actually that's what I like out of my Raiders. Hey, I messed up. I'm sorry, and he fixed it. So shout out to Cuddle.
yeah, it's like even if I miss a day, I'm not gonna be mad that you guys replaced me.
I mean, as long as like we've had a couple of them that are like even I've lately, because we're trying to we're going into the summer, which is like our busy 2 months for the year, and we oh, you weren't close enough to get that.
Sorry, I need a couple more ogres. Sorry.
Oh, okay, my bad. Let me come back and help you. Anyway, so they words are hard. We've had a couple guys that were is that Cake? I can't see. Okay, hey Cake. Hey man, this is one of our he was raiding with us in phase 2, but because of the way things changed, he couldn't raid with us anymore because of the week lockout. He wants to be your warlock for your 11:30 runs on Friday.
Okay.
But here's the thing. He'll be probably about a few minutes late to the raid each week just because of how his work schedule comes out. He should be on by the time you're clearing trash.
Okay.
So.
Sounds
Yeah.
good. Yeah, as long as you tell me in advance if you ever can't make it at all, or like a time frame of like, okay, I'm on in like 5 or 10 minutes, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I get off work on most days on when you're going to be doing raiding. I get off at 11 or
Okay.
10, whatever it is for server. So it takes me about a half hour to get home. If I can't make it, I will hop on Discord and let you know.
Okay, perfect.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I think you're actually the person who I messaged to like merge with the guild. I think you're the person I messaged. I don't know
Oh,
if you
yeah.
remember.
Yes, that was you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is he's a solid warlock, man. He got shafted by the time, so.
Yeah, understandable. Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
But I figured since I didn't know if you're on where I'm messing around with this war. You're trying to level it through only incursions, and I was like, man, I'm not in the guild, so I can't ask. But since you were on, figured I'd do that. Cool, problem solved. Look at me, I'm doing good things.
Are your eyes bleeding doing just incursions yet?
Yeah, that's all I'm doing is incursions.
Look at that.
Oh man, yay! That thing ain't worth anything anymore.
Let me see what it does chance into.
Nothing.
Small Glimmerstone.
You don't want any like.
You can't even use that to level. Oh, they just
Is
killed.
there
What's
a
up?
lot of people doing incursion in like Duskwood, like level 25?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More people than when I was doing my warlock.
So there's really good experience out here, especially when you get like a big group going, and so that's what it is. So now it's a matter of having a big group. Yeah, that's what you get, you little stupid ass horde warlock trying to take my stuff.
Yeah, difference between the Ashmanville and this one is mostly Ashmanville, no kills.
Yeah, here people kill because it's.
Kill. The XP from the ads are high.
I mean, it's the same thing there as well. So.
Like me and him's in a group of 2. This little level 26 rep gave me 500 XP.
Yeah.
Shit.
I recommend not doing it as a warrior because it's kind of miserable by yourself, but any other class that can like do some solo stuff, yeah, you be alright. You be alright.
They definitely just like the way they did nerf this one's because like you're gonna be in a 5-man group.
Yeah, you see them running around, but and it's a giant it's a giant EXP loss to the group. Like if you have 5, but if you can get like 2 or 3 people in here, it's definitely just worth it running around. Especially if you can get somebody that does like herbalism, who can do skinning and everything, because then you just get those quests too, and it's why not? It's free experience.
Now, when you get to 40, you're probably not gonna find anyone doing the kill quest or the.
I still do the kill quests. They're worth so much. Like they're worth more money.
I wish I had a group that did all those back when I was leveling my warlock.
So I don't know. There's gonna be a time that I like, because these quests only give experience to like level 35, so there's like that 2-level gap. So I've got to use. I'm saving like the sleeping bag quest and going to go get some of the ruins as well. Can you tag that guy? We need this guy. All right, cool. Before somebody comes over and grabs it. And like the berserk quest, the step to get berserker stance, all these things are I've got saved. So I can kind of like help push to 37, because 37 you can't really you really can't do a whole lot because you'll just get yeeted inside the instance, but yeah.
To be honest, if you I've found this out. I don't know if it's still correct. You know the Ashenville mount you bought from Phase
Yes.
1? You can ride that inside there, and you can ride on the ramp and stuff.
Yep. The thing is I don't have Ashenvale experience because I didn't do Ashenvale with this guy. I've honestly worked the most I've worked on this do we need? Oh, we do need the we need the rescue and the
I think. Let's go look at it. I don't know if I
we need the intel and the rescue. Or no, we just need the rescue.
Looks like someone has him. If we don't tag him runs, and there's plenty of people here that'll do it.
Yeah. Let's just go ahead and head over and kill Worgans, and we got to rescue Kroll anyway too. So. Oh, but yeah, there's like a method to it. Like, it needs to be tuned still. Like, there's some of the ads and stuff like this do major damage that they probably shouldn't be doing, especially for. I'm 6 levels ahead of these things, and they'll aggro me from like halfway across the map, and then they'll be there's these Trents that are in here that do a this ability called Gloom, and it takes for like 100 damage per second. Oh shit! And then you also have Stitches that runs around here.
Yeah, they added a dream version of Stitches in here that's just running back and forth, being aggressive as fuck for no reason. And sorry if I cuss a lot if you're recording.
Nah, I mean it happens. I cuss a lot too. Actually, I got So I have somebody who works for me who hosts karaoke for me on the side, and she had this kid that was singing Colt 45 last night, and he was saying all the words, and she's like freaking out. She's like, "I'm gonna get fired." I was like, "I'm not gonna fire you over what some punk ass little kid did. I am gonna tell you, hey, make sure you're monitoring and don't let him do it again." But so, do you need concentration aura for anything?
Oh, I was doing that heal in case I was taking damage. Here, you probably can use that since I'm not on aggro anymore.
Yeah. It's nice to have.
Someone actually here with a rescue. That is.
That's Alara. That's the one from the other side that we need. If we see them moving, then we'll just move with them, so we can keep an eye on them.
This other group has the other two.
Okay, I would rather just turn those in and get Worgans later, so we'll just kind of like follow them.
Why did I come in here?
I don't think I need.
There's a quest here.
Oh, Oh, we need Dream Scythe? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me come up
Sorry,
here.
still here? Are you still here?
No, I think he.
His character, well, his computer is physically here. Him, not sure.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I was just wondering. No worries if that's not the case. I was just wondering if you were considering like
the
being
intel, yeah,
sort of
we're
regular in 11:30.
Yeah, I would like to be anytime because I have 2 different time starts. Any days, and I'm gonna try and make sure that I can get the days that it's off early on the raid days. I plan on making every raid I can.
Okay, perfect. 'Cause, yeah, I was actually looking
I'm
for yeah, go for it, Coyote.
sorry. Hey, I'm in here where the intel is. If you want to come give me a hand with these 2 knuckleheads that are kind of punching me in the face right now.
I came to the intel. That's where the shadow thing is. I'm coming.
But yeah, I was actually looking for. You're under no obligation to do it, but I was looking for a loot assistant for 11:30 actually. So.
I'm not really comfortable with that.
Oh, okay. No, that's perfect.
Is he not in there? I thought he was in there.
No, he's over here. He's where the boss spawns.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's just a dick move. They made this so dickish.
I think we're gonna miss our.
That's fine.
Our rescues. We'll grab them at some point.
I'm a boss at work, so I just do this to relax.
I did that too, and then I ended up raid leading.
I'm a team lead. I'm the overnight team lead at my local Walmart. So I'm a boss as well. He's in here.
Yeah, I already got him. I ran in there.
I'm gonna pull this guy out. So.
I'm watching that group behind us. They're the ones that got the.
We can start making our way there.
Yeah, I'd say let's just go ahead. We'll hang out there and wait for them.
I should have used Phantom Freedom. God. I have to get used to how both my paladins work now.
I had somebody message me and they tried calling me my bluff on YouTube where I said, hey, look, with Rot Slime that you can't you don't want to hand of freedom or shapeshift out of the slow because it'll drop a pool randomly, and somebody's like, that doesn't happen. I was like, I went and clipped one of my live streams and sent it to him, like where I shifted out of moon conform. I was like, yep, bro, you're right. It definitely doesn't happen the way I said it does.
Well, you gotta remember, a lot of people that don't really play those classes will argue the loudest usually.
I wouldn't try to be like, I love it when people try to matter of factly. Like, I'll be the first one to come out and say, hey, look, I was wrong on something. Like, I don't know how many times I come out and say, oh, hey, look, made a bad call. That was me. I was wrong. And
the one thing about the internet, a lot of people on the internet have it hard saying, I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Those little lines right there is for some people in real life and online is the hardest thing for them to say.
Oh, man. Honestly, it's helped my freaking like I've had one of the like hardest lessons I've learned in the army. Oh man, I don't know if we're gonna be like let them fight more people, and if we can get up there, we'll get crawled too. One of the lessons I definitely learned. Oh man, you got like a level 50 out here that's like tanking all these ads for them. Let's just hang out and help them kill shit. One of the best lessons I've learned in the army was absolutely, hey, let me just go ahead and say I was wrong. Like, I would rather just tell you that right now, and I would rather just tell you that right now, even if I know I'm not wrong. Like, I'll explain it to you later, but sometimes it's just easier. But a lot of soldiers, like, even if you're like especially if you're a higher leader and you like make a bad call or anything like that, and you just say, hey man, I was wrong, like, it eases a lot of tensions and it gets a lot more people willing to like follow you. Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of like, I don't want to run too far ahead. I just want to like kind of like escort them. If they need our help, then. And then that other group should be on this way too, so.
I'm just following the NPC at this point. The one thing I like about these escorts, they don't attack,
They run.
and they just run with you.
All right, there's one, and I know the other one's going to be coming soon too, so they've got to be
Yeah.
finishing up.
Only got one of them, but hell, that's a quest is a quest. Here's one of them coming in.
That's the other one. That's it.
Oh, apparently you have aggro on those now.
Yeah. Do we not? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? I thought he was.
He's still there. He's waiting for someone. He probably got more than one person in his group.
Okay.
I've seen, even in the Ashenville, there'll be people just sitting and waiting until their whole group and other groups come running. They actually wait. When I first did it on my first character, they were just back to back, people coming and getting them.
Yeah,
Uh-oh. That must have been a tree.
it was. It looks like we lost either Cake or Sorry.
It looks like sorry.
Okay. That must be his other guy right there.
Almost 31. I'm already 31.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. All right. That's a huge chunk right in there.
We gotta kill one more hound.
Yeah, we'll grab him on the way out down. It's not like there's many to not choose from. There's one right there. Oh.
Run for me.
So you Horde or Alliance though? I mean, you should be Horde because Goblin is the master race.
I'm actually Alliance.
Oh, that is-
Space Goat Paladin.
Yeah, well, that's just wrong.
You guys are playing Cataclysm?
I'll play Cataclysm. I won't do it as much as Sod. Like it'll be more of a casual thing for me because I really liked the first 3 raids and Firelands a lot. I love Firelands. Firelands is like one of my favorites.
Full expansion. I'm gonna lie. Even the shittiest raid in Cataclysm, I enjoyed just because of how stupid it was.
I hated Dragon Soul. I hated the dungeons. I hated the dungeons that came with Dragon Soul too. Those were stupid.
I love going back and seeing Baby Illidan being a dick.
I don't know how you guys do it. I have my hands full with just with just Discovery with like no alts.
I mean,
Okay.
I
Right now, Discovery, because I know there's going to be a lot of content in Discovery. Like, we're going to have a month or two where this is just what we're going to be doing constantly. I'm not one of these types to make 20 alts and
I
just try to
see.
get them all geared. I make maybe 2 or 3, right?
yeah, oh shit, my inventory's full. All right, well I shared what I can. I get like cheapo bags. So hold on, I'm trying to get rid of some of this crap. No, I'll definitely play it casually, and to be honest, even from there, like I have no plans of like I may try and get into like some heroic groups because I just enjoy the challenge of the game, but outside of that, no.
No, I understand that. Like, my main goal, me and my guild that I have in Wrath /
I think we've got damn near everyone.
I'm currently working on. I'm gonna probably switch my main. My main in Wrath right now was my Paladin.
Yeah.
Paladin tanking's gonna be mediocre at best, especially the first phase, second phase. Bear and Blood DK is just gonna smoke it on the like survivability, damage, all of it. So I'm making my Blood Knight. I got a Death Knight that's already level 80 that has between phase 1 and 3 of Wrath gear. I'm just gotta re-roll some of the stats and get ready because with new mastery out, I have to figure out how does each character work now.
Yeah. All right. You ready to go back in?
Yep, I shared all my quests.
Yeah, so same here.
Crap. I really love this add-on.
It really, like, this is how easy it should have been from the start. Like, I should have needed that. Like, I'll give Asmongold his credit on this one. I definitely didn't need this one. But I like how that guy gave me wisdom. That dude's a hero. But
I'll give
No, I don't want to. I'm not gonna no life it. I want to play just for the nostalgia. It was the one that I played during like when I really started understanding the game and figuring out what was going on, like how to really raid and everything. Like that was what I enjoyed about it.
Oh, I understand that. The first raid's gonna be fun.
Oh, I mean, it's three of them. Like that's what's great about it. Like we got a rescue, we got the text and the intelligence. Like we got a lot of like, man, this is gonna be an easy run.
Oh, we got 12 quests. We got 12.
Yeah, we got a lot of. We got the cold iron too, so you should have that one.
I should probably have all three.
Well,
Actually, I do have three. This add-on has you where you delete the three gathering
yeah,
quests.
don't do that though, because I'll get us cold iron. So,
I don't.
but no, like I enjoyed the having three raids at the beginning of an expansion was really great because you kind of had to do all three of them. Now, there was definitely a tier gap to some of them because some of them were like the different bosses were tougher in certain aspects, and you were like, okay, what in the hell is going on here? And then, again, really days, bro. Like, at least I resisted the freaking web.
That's the good thing about, I think, in Cataclysm, if you level as a tank and you're doing quests, you don't get dazed anymore.
Yes. Oh my god. It's honestly worth like running a tank spec, but with like a two-handed weapon, because you're not limited to. I think it's Pandaria or something like that, where they was it Pandaria or was it Warlords, where they really limited you. Like if you weren't in this and you didn't use this weapon.
It currently is in the game like that because some of your spells required shield, especially if you're a prop ally. Like if you want to do the shield, it actually says requires shield.
Well, I mean, you can still do damage. Like there's there's enough abilities, but there's one of them that like require like heavily required. Like it gets to be a point that it gets to be like heavily required because they had to undo that because there were like players that were like, "Hey, look, I just don't enjoy. I want to do." I think it was Legion. Yeah, it had to be in Legion because Legions when they did all the weapons and stuff like that, and then they were and then afterwards, so I was wrong. There you go. Mark it out, cuzzy. So you had Legion when they had the specific weapons, and then afterwards they never changed. So you were locked being a two-handed Frost player instead of, or two dual-wielding Frost DK, and so on and so forth.
During that expansion, they wanted to make each spec seem a little bit more different. So Unholy became two-hander.
Yep.
Frost became dual wield, and the blood was two-hander, but the weapon was big, made a death strike. I think that's what it called, the main focus attack, because that's what that power focused around.
Well, like I said, and this wasn't bad, but the issue that really came from it was they never reverted those changes. So for a couple of expansions, Frost was locked into that play style, and players felt like really like disenfranchised. They're like, okay, this is kind of BS.
The dragon one that's coming out, I didn't play it. That's when they made the new tilt, the tier. I don't like it. I don't like how it looks, to be honest. I like SODs, like basic and cata, basic tree where you go up and down.
The new talent. The new talent tree isn't bad, but some classes really got kind of cucked, and some of them were like really awesome. And like the capstones, like the Warlock capstones, one of the reasons why I quit playing Warlock was just like these capstones suck. Like there was nothing that felt like, okay, I've reached max level. This ability is going to be really good and it's going to be a lot of fun. You're like, oh, it's Soulburn. And it's more of like, yeah, there's some utility behind it, but it felt honestly more cosmetic than it really did. And then you'd have other classes like the choice between their capstones was huge. Why am I taking this one? Why? And it's a lot of tuning, but you know, you have this many talents and all this. Like it's kind of there's a hard balance in between it. There's usually a chest that pops in over there that people forget. And the talent, like, it was a nice redesign of the system, but it definitely needed like more attention. We gotta get the intelligence report, and there's our rescue right there. So we stay ahead of them, we might be able to catch that one too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like, I enjoyed some of Miss and Midori. I'm not gonna lie, but if they decide to make that classic, that's probably where I'm gonna stop playing that version of. Like,
A friend of mine who's really good at the game. His theory is like it'll end with Mop, because Mop was the start of the real changes to the game, of like that whole classic feel and stuff like that. Like, it's going to be different from there out. So
they overhaul everything. At the pre-patch before Warlords, they patched a lot of crap that we didn't like. That's in the middle of Miss Pandora. You got like there's only 6 talent trees. You can only pick one out of the line. Your character was just
you're a cookie cutter essentially, and they tried doing that with the talent trees that came out now, but the game has just evolved too much from that. Like, even here, now that we know what we know, we're like, okay, hey, I'll see the rescue over there. Now that we know what we know, we always know that there's an opportune build. Now, your build may be different from mine, but probably not. Like, hands down, we're probably, like, if we were having the same warrior, had I actually been using a, I think they're trying to get that. Let's. Are they gonna?
My warrior's level 16. I made it during phase 1. Like, oh, I want a tank. I want to play a tank.
Yeah.
Then I heard some like, oh yeah, tanking in this phase, 2-hand weapon, and you're using DPS routes. I'm like, that's not tank.
No, hey, come here real quick.
I fucking hated that.
Like that's why it's.
I mean, that's bull. Well, your mind's wrapped around like that classic. Yeah,
I'm wrapped around Wrath. I'm spoiled by Wrath, where you're a tank. Here's your tank spec. That what talents in that spec helps boost your tanking. Here's
well,
nah, it's actually the Holy Tree. That's where all your damage and threats at.
So
what?
So a lot of the play style is built, like, and a lot of the mindset for even Season of Discovery is built around this. Well, it's classic, but it's not classic, and so it's kind of nice seeing different things. Like, can I tank effectively? If I put enough parry rating in here, yes, I could probably tank effectively and stuff like that. Expertise and weapon skills and stuff like that, and that'll help you. That would help you do, accomplish that. But I like, this has been the most versatile you can play this game in many, many years, because take for
rats, except for paladins, there's no versatility there.
I mean,
they grabbed future expansions, some certain skills and and gave it to you earlier. Like, here.
Yeah.
A lot of Wrath people's like, I could just play Wrath. What you mean, a happy birthday?
So, like, it's nice to see the versatility that is here in the game, and we're not normally getting that. So, how you want to play your class, like, it now becomes more of a balancing issue of like, hey, can we pump up some of the classes? Like Affliction Warlock for sure could definitely use some love. And
they would do well in our current raid, because they can just dot move. Move.
But
they can hit multiple targets dot. They'll do decent damage, but none of their stuff is really scaled up to match
right
fire.
And it's not for better lack of trying. Like I understand that. I understand. Dude keeps trying to come over and like snag these things, and it's hilarious. So yeah, like if they could do a little bit better job of balancing and bringing some of the other class up, you'd see a little bit more versatility. But people are gonna like players are gonna want to do the best, even ones that don't realize how to do their best. If that makes any sense, like you have players that they look at, well, why am I putting on spell power as a hunter? Well, for a while they were scaling really well with spell power. Why they don't understand why it is. And this is, I mean, and that's
Yeah, because it's they focus on the arcane shot. Arcane shot at one point did most of your damage because it's
well, I mean, it's not even so much as that. Like, it's not even so much as that. Like, you also have the fact that it's they don't like, well, okay, so they don't get the arcane shot part of it. They're like, okay, well, why did I pick this ability over another ability? Well, because, you know, or why am I picking these stats? They just go look at the guides. They don't understand how to read the guides. And you see this in people who have like the best gear. Like they went out and they farmed all the stuff and they are they're like super geared out, but it's like, why do they have like crap DPS? Well, it's because they don't understand their class makeup or like their class mechanics and stuff like that. Like, what do they bring? And so you say things. You talk to, case in point, the video where I was like, hey, don't shapeshift out or use Hand of Freedom on this because it'll dispel the disease, and people are like, that's not going to happen. And you're like, well, okay, so you're not looking at it. And it's okay to be like that. Like, I'm not here to knock any player that wants to play the game like that. Like, it's absolutely okay. You're going to have a bit of a harder time in the game for sure, because there's a benefit of just having knowledge of, okay, why am I stacking spell power as a hunter instead of agility? Like, why am I rolling on this druid gear? Like, why?
Yeah, and also to be fair, for class balancing and stuff, I'm fairly confident. Like they know what the issue is, but they just can't do anything because we're not 60. We don't have full itemization, and like it doesn't make sense to balance around a phase that lasts like a month compared to like at level 60 we're probably gonna play like a year and a half.
Fair enough. Like, I didn't actually even think about that. It's actually like probably the most solid point that I've heard when it comes to that. But at the same, like there are minor tweaks, like temporary auras and stuff like that you could probably put on. Like, my argument to that would be like, hey, can we put like a temporary aura on it, and that way we're not completely like minus 1,000 to what we're trying to do. Like, it's something that's like, okay, at the phase this aura goes away, it resets. Like, I have a feeling that is something that they can do that they probably just haven't chose to do.
Yeah, for sure, because it's a lot of like tweaking and balancing.
Yeah.
Don't have the manpower to concurrently like develop like all the 60 content.
oh, there's more of them back here.
And
Yeah, we'll go there.
Time on a phase that just lasts like
Yeah.
month or two. My only issue is like, for example, I always take Paladin like in phase 2, and especially now phase 3, we have essentially the same problem where the entire Paladin kit is so broken that if you do not have one of the hardest weapons to get, like the manual crowd pummeler, your class goes from like 900 DPS to like 300. It's like you cannot play your class if you do not have that weapon, and your entire rotation is just exorcism 80 to 90% of the time, which is
it's kind of miserable.
The entire toolkit is non-utilized. We don't have any seal that are used. We don't have any like actual abilities that are used. So it's kind of a that's why they said they were reworking. I don't know if you saw the post. Like they said they were
they're
reworking.
adding twisting back.
Yeah, I saw that. I haven't been able to do any news videos. Like, I've hated myself, like, not being able to upload like news videos and like do more. Like, I've just done the raid guides, and with everything that happened to me with that little punk ass kid breaking into Oh, sorry about that. I'm breaking into my stuff. Are you good here?
I need 2 more weavers.
You also need to get the. You didn't grab the intelligence report from the other spot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll probably need to go in there. Let me go that way.
I got your weaver right here.
Actually, I don't. Did I get it? Yeah, I did.
Oh, it's saying that maybe did I not get it?
No, I didn't get it. I sometimes Questy doesn't like me.
All right, there's Kroll. So let's just run with Kroll. So you got everything?
I have to go get my intel. I'm running there now. There's someone already in here, so.
All right.
Pull out now.
I'll help you out. Like I'd rather just help you.
Oh, apparently I don't have this quest. Never mind.
It's really weird. Kroll's on his way out, so let's go. We'll kind of beeline it and see if we can't catch that one.
Nope. They actually de-aggroed. Pop a potion. I'm running.
All right, I gotta go find some more cold iron ore. So I'm at 3.
Oh, you didn't get it.
What do you mean? I got all my reports.
Oh, it's the bug in Questy. It's a bug in Questy. Never mind. Don't worry about it. It's the bug in Questy. Questy has a known bug for incursions, where it don't show right things sometimes. I remember that from last time I was doing this. So stupid.
But yeah, now's the time. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do with this. It's honestly gonna be more sad to see Season of Discovery go than anything else recently. Fuck, I gotta kill this dude, and I'm gonna lose. It's gonna be more sad to see Season of Discovery go than honestly like letting it die out. Like Season of Mastery, like you knew where that was gonna end. This one has so much potential to go on for a long time.
Be honest, this should give a lot of like the dev teams, the developers, a little bit more idea of what kind of game most of the population wants.
Oh, I fell asleep. Damn it.
Yeah, because right now I can't go back. After playing Discovery, I tried like the other versions. I'm like, but I could be playing Discovery right now.
See, I could like the thing is, I'm still waiting for Kata because I love Kata. I'm not gonna lie to you. I enjoyed Kata.
I mean, yeah, like, and that's I think that's what's gonna keep people. But I can't play retail either. Like, it drives me insane trying to do anything in retail right now.
After I did phase 1 of Shadowlands, and I could not stand doing that crap anymore. It was so.
That's like they got rid of like a lot of that with they got rid of a lot of that with BFA. The issue with BFA is like I feel like there's if I don't log in and do my 20s, then I'm automatically behind. And then I had a issue with well, let me learn this real quick. I had an issue with I couldn't find a freaking the trinket that I needed. Oh, that's actually really good. I couldn't find the trinket that I needed. And so like I was at a severe I couldn't find the trinket that I needed the entire expansion. Like I farmed a freaking dungeon out all the time. Like if I was running a 20, it was a 20 of this dungeon. Could not get the trinket to drop. The one time I got it to drop, the jackass healer of my raid team was like, "No, I need this. It's important." I was like, "I'm on the same raid team, bro. You know I was here." "Oh, well, I need it for DPS off spec." Would not give it to me. And so I sat at like a huge power loss. Like, and it felt miserable. There's no way to like specifically target gear in there, so you end up getting like disenfranchised because you want to do as well as you can, but then you have players that are like like I said, they're in it for themselves, and it's just this whole ordeal of crap. Like I was so disenfranchised by the entire thing. I was just done.
Like Shadowlands, I was doing the raids. I got a pair of pants. I got a pair of pants for a month straight. Same boss. Pair of pants.
Yep. And the loot system was jacked. There was no way to target certain stuff like the dinar. Like at the end of Shadowlands, and they've got it right now at the end of and they've got it at the end of just run. It ain't worth it. Um.
Dragonflight.
So yeah, well, in Dragon, oh yeah, I'm sorry, we were talking about the getting our asses swamped to us right there. So in Dragonflight, they've got the dinar. They brought the dinar system back. Really awesome thing. Like, hey, you kill so many bosses, you get to target one piece of gear. Like you can go buy a piece of gear with this little token. That is something the game needs. Like at that level.
I agree. It's called, oh, you're still killing bosses. Here's a reward for your effort of helping your team or you're just helping anyone raid.
Yeah.
Go.
And
I really like that kind of system in any kind of game. I did a little bit of raiding door there, and I enjoyed that.
So,
like the Garrison.
I mean, and that's what it needed. And like the entire thing, they wait till the end, and it's just like, really, you couldn't have done this at the very beginning, and you make it
all out of it. You could have done it in Shadowlands.
Exactly.
BFA. You could have just kept it in the game.
And honestly, even here, they could use it. It would be really good to be used here as well. It's like how many times am I going to run Gnomergan on a 3-day lockout? And
Palmer.
yeah,
Like for those that need your Palmer, you could say pick which boss, then you get a chance of picking like a gear from that, and you'll get a personal loot that gets emailed to you after you raid it.
Yep. And that's, oh man, are we really? I gotta sit around and wait for.
The one thing is, this is supposed to be like, oh, like the one thing about seasons, they want to make something a little bit faster because it's only supposed to be around for a season, but a lot of this is still out here a constant grind to get.
Well, I mean, people are still trying to do. People are still trying to get their pearls and stuff like that, and things from like previous raids that are just really good for you. And I get it. That's probably not the way you designed the game to want to be played. But here's the problem. That's the way people are going to play the game, man. There are those out there. And why punish those players? This would actually be a system that would help out everybody where, hey, look, over time, I don't know where these guys are. We could be here for a bit. You want to just run in and turn in what we got?
Let me look. I got my field vision up high.
The only thing I'm missing are the 3 rescues, and maybe unless I'm gonna do a quick run back and see if there's at least 1 or 2 coming in. Oh, there's 1 coming in, right? Yeah.
It's always when you almost give up hope.
Yeah, but I think it like just like a system, a token system. Scourge Stone's really great. Where hey, look,
everyone agrees it was a good catch-up mechanic. You can get some people still use those trinkets, those weapons right now in ICC just because your best in slot is a hard mode on this one boss. If it's not that weapon, you got the best next save. Like if you're not downing that boss on heroic every week for the chance of it,
yeah,
you already got your best in slot.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's okay. Like you still have to play the game. It's not I'm giving you something for free. It's legitimately, hey, look, play the game, enjoy the content, and
before that one caused a lot of I call it cancerous gameplay. The one where the last boss of the dungeon drops the only item. You're limited to 13 because there's only 13 dungeons.
oh, the frozen orbs and stuff like that.
What is it? It's the ones you can buy all the hard mode stuff from TC.
Not sure. Not off the top of my head.
It was the betas. There's gammas now. I'll only run gammas. I would not run betas. Betas are they made things hard to just be hard, and then made it where this is a catch-up mechanic, but you need current best in slot to actually survive half the mechanics.
Okay. Quick question. Coyote, I think you were raid leading the other day, correct?
On Tuesday and the other day. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah. Okay, so I was wondering about of the gear level I'm gonna need to run Sunken Temple with you guys, because I hit 50. I've got quite a few pre-raid bis pieces.
That's about it.
I was like, I'm in pretty much everything I didn't get lucky on. I replaced with the Emerald set.
So there's a fresh lockout today for Nomer. Make sure you get in on that. Get what you can out of Nomer. So do it with the guild. We'll probably do
The only thing I can get out of Nomer, I think that's really going to be an upgrade at all, is going to be Mechgineer's Axe.
Oh, well then, yeah, if
Because
that's...
literally my first run of Nomer, I got Gear of Devastation, the two-hander belt, and I'm an Arms Warrior, and the necklace from the quest.
Okay, so yeah, right there already, you're gonna be good. Like if you've got everything that you can out of...
I'm sitting at 4% hit with a +3 to two-handers, and because I got the Executioner Cleaver, I don't have the Stranglethorn Sword. Is my big
Okay, yeah, no, you...
I needed to grind for the Stranglethorn Sword.
Nope.
I don't want to fucking PvP.
No, I get it. Not a lot of people want to do. That's up to you if you want to do that. I would never tell you have to.
I'm not against it. It's just like I don't want to be forced to do it because I'm about to try it on like the next go around. I think is my goal, and I'll see how it goes. If I enjoy it or if it looks like it's gonna be easy, I'll just do that before I raid. But if it looks like it's gonna be a pain in the ass,
a lot of it is more along the lines of can you like if you can find a good group, it honestly eliminates so much of that.
Yeah, and I got the for my boots and my leggings, I got the leather set from. I actually fucked up. I kind of got two different boots from Nomergon because I got the plate boots at first or mail or whatever,
Shit.
and then I was like, oh, it turns out that the leather ones are just better.
No, you're good. Like the big thing is just making sure that you're coming with something, and if you've already done Nomer a bunch of times, yeah, you're gonna be you'll be solid. All right, you ready to go?
Yeah, let me make sure I shared all my quests.
Buy more potions real quick before I walk out of here. No, like you're doing more than because we've had guys that have come in, and I haven't seen them in a hot minute. That they came in with like they came into Nomer at 40 with like level 20 greens, and some of them like below level 20 greens, and it's like but if you've got like some Nomer gear, you're gonna be fine.
I had been in this guild when Nomer came out at level 25. I would have had better gear than that because I was completely bis minus the sword from phase 1.
No, yeah,
Completely, like you look at your bis list, I was wearing it. I had the enchants, I had everything like phase 1.
yeah.
I was gonna do the same for phase 2, but then like I looked at the Nomer drop table and I was like, oh, there's nothing for warriors I can shit about. A lame ass axe with stats. Oh boy.
Yeah. The crowd pummeler was like about the only cool thing, and it wasn't even for them.
It wasn't for warriors. Yeah, I'm an arms warrior. I was excited, like, oh, I could maybe use crowd pummeler because I'm pretty sure warriors could use crowd pummeler in classics, but they made it where warriors couldn't.
No, it'd have been really. I think it would have been like it'd been broken to shit though. I gotta give him that one. So no, man. As long as like when we get ready to pull the first boss that you don't have below 2,000 health with buffs.
3K with no buffs.
Yeah, there you go. Because
I'll buy consumes and
don't.
I've been like a raid lead. I was a raid lead for a long time. The reason
So,
I'm hanging out with you guys now is because I work overnights and y'all raid in the morning.
yeah.
Welcome in, brother. Where do you work overnight at?
Walmart.
Uh,
I hate it when you just throw me
guess
in.
what
Oh
I
yeah,
am?
and I work in dairy too, so just throw me in
Guess
a
what I
fucking
am?
cooler all night.
I'm a
What, you work?
overnight team lead at my local Walmart.
Nice.
there you go. You guys can swap Arkansas stories and have fun. No, like
I'm
it.
in Missouri, so you're not too far off.
So I'm not here to like call you out on, hey, you didn't do so much damage. Like I adjust my strategies to meet the comp.
Oh yeah.
So like
Make the raid work with who's there and what you got going.
yeah, because we just killed Irenicus with like 19 players. Like we were definitely up against the wall with what we had. So I will like if you're not doing good damage and like we'll start looking at it like if you're pulling an Ironhide, yeah, I'm probably not gonna let you come back for a little bit. But if you're coming in and I can look.
You're just, doing no damage, failing mechanics, sitting on the floor to every fucking raid every single time. Like,
Yeah. That's when I'll say something, but then I'll go over your logs with you. I love comparing logs. It was like one of my favorite things to do as a when I mythic raid was like compare logs and stuff like that.
The last time I mythic raided like anywhere close to serious, I was raid leading Hellfire Citadel in Draenor.
I wish I could say it was that much for me.
Prot Pally. Yeah, I was playing Prot Pally. That was interesting.
I mythic raid all the way up until season 3 here in BFA, and I couldn't do it anymore. I was spending more time doing shit that I didn't want to do.
Another reason I left that mythic raiding guild, because that was the guild. That was a guild called Can't Heal Stupid, and I was with that guild for like 4, 5, 6 years, whatever. Because my dad was in it, and it was like a lot of his homies and stuff, right at first, but then it kind of grew. And we had another guy who was like, he was a raid lead, but he wasn't raid leading at that time, right? And he was in my raid on an alt with his wife, right? And his wife kept dying. There was a mechanic from, I forget his name, a big fat piece of shit with a belly.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
It's the mechanic where he knocks up, like, I think it's like the 3 or 5.
And then he eats some of y'all and you have to go down.
Yeah, he eats some people and he knocks up others. Well, what you're supposed to do is have priests and mages and stuff in the back because they can do slow fall and levitate or whatever, right? And they can do stuff to make them not take the fall damage, all that. Well, our mage that was back there kept dying to it over and over and over again.
Because he didn't blink.
And I'm like, hey, like, wait, you're not blinking, you're not ice blocking, like, what's up, right? Oh, I don't have that, I'm a fire mage, right? And this is the other raid lead's wife, right? She's like, I don't have that, I'm a fire mage. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't have that? You're a fire mage. Every mage has blink.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, oh well, no, I don't have that. I'm a fire mage. Like, I'm not arcane. And I was like, well, ice block. I'm not frost. I'm fire.
Base toolkit.
And I'm like, that's I'm quite confident. I'm like, I'm not a mage player, so I might be wrong here, but I'm quite confident that you have blink and ice block available to you, no matter what.
You just have to change the talent over. I think they put that in talent.
I don't even think it's even a talent.
No, it wasn't a talent. It was part of your kit. Yeah.
This was Draenor.
I don't remember Draenor. I played a
This is past Kata and Mop. This is like pick 4 talents type deal.
Yeah.
That's the kind of WoW we were in Draenor. But yeah, no, and I'm like, you have ice block. She's like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm a fire mage. I don't have that. And I'm like, we are in a mythic fucking raid. I'm like, I know it's like, this is not current. This was later in Draenor. This was in that 2-year period of Draenor. So like most people, I was fully disc-geared mythic at this point, right? So
yeah.
It's not like it was going to be a difficult raid, right? We were mopping through it every night. That's why I was kind of in charge of like the B team raids, and it was all and
B team, best team.
Yeah.
Team Ironhide.
And no, she's I'm like, no, you have ice block, and then I literally logged out, swapped to a mage, made it fire, cast ice block, and I'm like, yeah, no, we got ice block for sure. Like we got blink, we got slow fall. She's like, well, no, it's an RP thing. Like I don't have any of those abilities on my bar because I just
Bitch, saying on RP server.
And I'm like, this is
no,
not an RP server. This is not an RP guild. Like, I don't care if you do that in your fucking dungeons. Honestly, I wouldn't even care if you're doing that in
shit.
fucking or whatever the fuck. But, like, you're doing this...
I was not paying attention to your health, my good man.
You're good. I was trying to hit the potion and I got knocked up in the air. I mean, I would love to tell you that I haven't experienced that same kind of stupidity in my life when it comes to this, but that would be lying.
Yeah, and so I think it was on TeamSpeak back in the day, but I went and fucking messaged the other guy, and I was like, hey, bro, like, I do not want her raiding with me if she's not going to press her fucking buttons. And then he just fucking G-kicked me. Oh, because at that point, my dad had already left the guild, and like, a lot of the original people were either gone or not really playing as much anymore.
Right.
So much
G kicking because of that. God, you must have been playing with a lot of kids or something.
He was like 30. I was like 19 at the time, and I
but
wasn't
I'm
being
like
polite.
kid mentality.
So
Yeah, I will say I wasn't being polite. I was kind of being a shithead teenager, and I knew that guy already didn't like me.
yeah. So in our case, the way I run the raids is like, hey, like I for the most part, like it's pretty laissez-faire. Like I'm gonna let things be. I'm not gonna hold a lot. I'm not gonna cause a stir about some things, but I will come out and say, hey, look, if I make calls, people got to stick to the calls that I make. Don't try and like go around me. It's not about you. I don't give a fuck about who you are, or, you know, how much damage you're gonna lose, because I'm looking at everything as a whole. Like, I've watched a lot of raids right now where everybody tries to stack all their hunters in one group and give their melee hunters Wind Fury, and then it's but then your entire raid's like taking unnecessary amounts of nature damage, and it's like, okay, see what you guys did there. So I try to spread it out. Like, eventually you're gonna have your moment to shine in the sun, where it's all about you, and we'll get you a parse run. I'm all about that. But at the start when I've got people that are, you know, I'm trying to get them some gear. I'm trying to get everybody caught up on the speed. Can I get them to learn the dance? So
just a little perspective. I spent most of phase 1 for the first half of a boss when the endless rage warrior stuff was the meta. I didn't get to parse for a lot of phase 1 because I didn't get that damn sword, and also a lot of my groups, because the friends I ran with, they were pally tanks. So I was on Sunder duty for a lot of that.
Oh, I mean,
very fucking fun. And I mean, I do it. Like, no one told me to, but I do it because, like, I know that my damage doesn't fucking matter. That Sunder and keeping that up what matters way.
Actually, that's an upgrade for me right now.
Go take it, bro. I don't care.
Yeah.
So my argument for that is do what your class is supposed to. I'm not going to sit there and say, because I could equally get the same effect by making one of my rogues do exposed armor, and having one of my, or like we have homunculi, so I'm not super.
Yeah,
but
no.
I'm not super worried about it.
Being used in our raids, it was not ideal half the time, and I would just get stuck on that. Like, if we had homunculi, or actually, I think that was all there was in phase 1. So
yeah, it was homunculi and Sunder armor, because you didn't get fairy fire till later. But that's me. Like,
Oh, I didn't get the egg. What am I doing?
I saw you walk over there. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go hunt down some cold iron ore. We got to kill the big guy here. The big Amarok. Yeah, so that's legitimately how I will play and treat the game. I will move I move things around. Like I said, for the most part, I'm really easygoing until people like start fucking with things that they shouldn't be fucking with. Like, the other day, I had somebody that was trying to put themselves into certain groups so they could do more damage, and I like I said, I can very well complete this raid. There's some hard DPS checks, but I have enough of my big guys that I don't need, like, your DPS check is non-existent.
So many boss fights where the closest thing it has to a DPS check is just healer's mana bar.
Not in Sunken Temple. In Sunken Temple, you actually have quite a few DPS checks. You have Morphos and Huzzahs. When you go back down in the Dream Say the second time, you have 30 seconds to kill this boss. 30 seconds, or it's a raid wide wipe. Aranicus, same deal. It is in phase 3. Can you kill him before you get overrun? Like, if you cannot, you can try and like single out a couple ads and stuff like that. The easiest way to deal with that is get somebody to go pick up those ads, the off tank, and a selected person who has like either a paladin that can go consecrate and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And can they go pick up the ads, and keep them focused off, so all the DPS has to do is like zug their way down. Outside of that, the other fights aren't. Like, you can honestly call Rot Slime you could honestly call Rot Slime a DPS check as well, because technically if you don't have a high enough DPS, but it's more of a mechanics check than it really is DPS. So, don't forget to go upstairs and loot the box. So yeah, if you don't have the DPS and you're not doing the mechanics right, you will end up yeeting yourself for whoever cares, whatever reason. Like you have to do. Got him. All right, we got the escort. So the escort's on us, but we have to go kill the boss. Yeah, so this is gonna be fun. That's not him.
He's probably inside.
Oh, I know he's actually inside, but I'm gonna go switch to I gotta switch to Sword and Shield. I don't have a helmet, so I can't use the Shield Mastery rune that I got.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, there are actual DPS checks in the raid, like going over the fights and stuff like that. Like I've kind of come to realize that, and it's not, but they're not insurmountable that I can't work. I can't solve.
Yeah, 90% of the time that there is a problem in a raid and you're wiping, it just means that you either don't know a trick or you are having people fuck up the mechanics.
All right, I'm gonna drag him out here.
The worst time I had in a raid in recent memory was Kelris, week 1.
Oh shit!
Busting.
Where you at? Where you at? Oof.
I'm over here.
Okay. Let's kill the little guy. Yeah, well, Kelris,
because we had shadow protection potions for that. Well,
Shit.
not at first.
I don't
went
think
in
we
and
had
wiped.
enough DPS for this.
no, we don't. I was hoping there were other people. Let's can you keep me alive long enough till we can outskirt them?
I use laying hands on you already.
Ah, shit. All right, well, there goes the escort. There's two ways to solving all your problems in WoW. One of them is to do the fight as intended, or outgear it, and you could definitely outgear problems. Like that's like a lot of Mythic Raiders in their current form. That's a lot of their strategies. Not so much as can I learn the dance, is can I outgear this problem? Can I outgear this problem?
I don't have this quest, but you do.
Well, so I need to level up my professions to get one of those items.
No.
I don't know what I would replace though. I mean, I guess.
What class are you?
probably my wrist.
He's a warrior.
Is where? Probably blacksmithing.
Yeah, we go blacksmithing.
The next phase, you might actually have some really good gear from it.
Yeah, I was like, I'm thinking about going weaponsmithing because I was hoping that maybe potentially during the multi-core phase I could get access to.
You can do all of them.
Imagine
You
they
can-
changed it.
You can do all of them.
Well, what I'm saying is, I mean, like, I'm hoping that with that access, like, Sulfurous will be, like, you know, a potential. And I imagine it's going to get changed because the weapon kind of fucking sucks. And the weapons they're adding now are, like, already better, I'm pretty sure.
Well, no, they're proactively changing a lot of that.
Oh,
What
okay.
the hell?
Or it's like, for example, I think it's like the first boss of Sunken Temple.
My-
Is like
my
3
heals
times
aren't strong
Elder
enough.
or something.
No, he got like 2 criticals on me. Like he just what like
Let me get mana. Actually,
Okay.
rest. Why can't I rest?
You're probably in combat with somebody over there.
Not the one. There it is. That one.
I didn't expect him to like crit me like he did. Yeah, you can do all of it. So they're proactively doing a lot of the gear and stuff like that to
Oh, someone's fighting that boss over there now.
is it marked for us or is it
Yeah, it's marked for Alliance.
can you go tag it?
That's what I'm about to do.
I don't even know where you're at. Oh, there he is. Damn it.
I got the tag. I don't know if it counts for you.
It will. Yeah, it will. All right, let's go.
top off. I actually thought about going as a paladin healer.
Well, also, fuck grinding wild offerings.
Oh, it's not so bad. If you go to...
Aura.
I did
Aura's
more done princess runs.
Yeah.
the fastest. I needed to still do that on my war.
Dude,
on
when
my
it's so
war.
fast that you're literally getting locked out of dungeons, but you are still just fucking bored, like, and it
one thing
feels
you
like
need
it takes
to do,
forever, that means it takes
me and
long.
my first group, we did this. We farmed the 2 other bosses, the goblin and the alligator, because when we did that, it was still some decent gear.
Alrighty. I pretty much got everything I need from here. I got the... Did you grab the Shadow Scythe?
Yep.
Alright, so I guess we're really just waiting on the escorts.
Yep.
Alrighty. I haven't gotten a whole lot of cold iron. Everybody's out here right now.
There's 2 escorts. There's the escort I need, and you need is right here. So I'm gonna start heading back.
Yeah. We'll sit there and wait, see if I can't find any minerals on the way. Yeah. There's a lot going on to this stuff, so. Oh.
A mile away. Thank you, game.
We're in the dream. Everybody needs the dream.
Fuck you, I can bubble.
I'll just rub it in, why don't you? I have done the, like...
I've been attacked. Whatever. Oh, bubble.
When in doubt, bubble out.
And in a few more minutes, I can use my other bubble because fuck them. That's why.
I'm gonna go refill my coffee while we're waiting on the rescues.
Go right ahead. I'm gonna walk to the base.
Well, I'm gonna get there to the base and I'm gonna go refill my coffee.
I'm gonna give me a drink as well.
Oh.
So I can play this. Let me see. What time is it? Yeah, I got hours.
Yeah.
It's my Friday. I go to bed at 2 p.m. Get up at 9 p.m. So.
I'm probably gonna do this for. I'll probably do another loop. I'm not trying to burn this out. I've actually had a lot of fun, kind of like just doing this content, and like it gives me something to do on stream and stuff like that. So I don't want to like burn through all of this right away.
Oh hey, if you're getting good views, you're having fun with it. You want to make it as long as you want.
So actually, like the day 3 video, all of a sudden just like random, like for me, a video taken off is getting like a couple extra 100 views on it afterwards, and like people have just been watching that, and I don't know why. So it was like a couple days ago the last time we were running together, and this time I actually marked it out. I was like day 5 with friends, but it's funny because a lot of live stream videos, like they don't do like mine don't do too bad. They'll get like 40 or 50 after views and stuff like that. But then I watch some of the big guys that have like a few thousand subscribers, and theirs will get like 100. So I was like pretty stoked when that one that I had did like
A really good amount, yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty stoked about that. I also went in and added my videos to the whatchamacallits, to the Wowhead strategy guides as comments and stuff like that. And I've been getting a lot of views from there. So that was funny as hell too.
I would. You're on Wowhead. They're like, there's certain guys just pop your video at the in the comments. People go, huh? Click.
Yep.
Huh.
So I do it as a hyperlink. So that way I put in like Lene's comment and stuff like that when she was like, hey, why don't we just have healers? It boggles my mind, bro. I never thought of that. And then she's like, hey, why don't we have healers stand in melee range? I was like, why don't we have healers stand in melee range? Because it won't count them. The game doesn't count them as ranged if they're in melee range. And I love that. I was like,
Something we haven't done yet is dedicate 4 people in range, have them stand in certain spots and shift, and where we have the dot always in the same spot.
I like having them all grouped together on that. Yeah, I like having them all grouped together. Because if you start spreading it out too much, a bad fear or something.
You will run into it. You're right.
So I try to like make it like brain dead simple to where I can have anybody like kind of like come in and feel good. I'll be right back. Let me go get some coffee.
Same.
Yeah, I gotta go as well. See you guys later.
What time is the Nomer today, if anybody's here? Where did everybody go?
Alrighty. Scoop it doop 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 it doop. There's one. Maybe the other two.
What time is the Nomer today?
We'll probably do it here in about 1 o'clock. I need to. Let me actually do something about that. Get chat. So like an hour.
Also, I know it sounds weird, but in my mind, I am cooking that the dagger I have from phase 1 is probably still the best offhand for warrior.
Double. I mean, you're welcome to try it out.
I was like vampiric boot knife in the offhand just because that 1.3 speed. I don't think there's anything at this level that has that much damage at that low of a speed. And the whole reason it was OP in phase 1 was because you get those stacking bleed procs for your main hand.
There's probably a lot of like theories on like switching different things for like doing different macro switches for stuff.
Oh, dude, I learned how to do like the heroic strike canceling to make sure that my offhands have 100% hit chance.
Huh.
That's fun. Yeah. Yeah, you don't ever want to actually cast heroic strike because that spends rage, and you don't want to spend the rage. So you just gotta have it queued and then cancel it. You gotta get in the rhythm of heroic strike and then canceling it right before it goes off.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, well, it's because heroic strike can't miss. So whenever you have it queued, it tells you, okay, can't miss, spell time, but that makes your offhand attacks no longer have a chance to miss as well.
Oh.
So you don't miss with your, like, if you got a sword in your main hand and a dagger in your offhand, if the heroic strike on the sword, it also gives you the spell, you know, anti-miss chance, because heroic strike doesn't miss like that.
I don't want to wait for more. Let's go find these guys because we got what's her nuts from.
What's your nuts?
Yeah, we got her from the Dragon Zone. I'm just waiting for these other guys. I'm gonna walk up here and see if I can't get any more cold iron while we're waiting.
Okay. I'll just stay back. Yell if you need help.
Alrighty. Yell. Oh, here comes another one. Eleonora. Look at that.
Do I need that one? Eleanor? Yeah, that's the one I need. I don't have the other one.
You know, I'm Kroll. I'm gonna go turn these in. By the time I'm gonna level up to 34, so I'm gonna go back and get some skills and try and get a helmet or something. Oh god damn it! I got days right there.
Fuck!
Well, now it's everybody's problem. You don't want to do me dirty like that.
I got my bullet. Nope. We ain't getting that. We ain't doing that.
There we go. I got them both. Cool. All right.
Nice.
All right. Fuck that guy.
Like,
Oh.
I think I'm doing good DPS on my hunter right now, like solid. I just need to tighten up some fights rotations a little bit. Warlock, I know what my problem is. The fire rotation. I think I need to stop trying to put my corruption on. I just need to focus spamming one button.
It's not a part of your corruption's not a part. If you're playing fire mage or fire warlock, it's not. Yeah.
I just need to do chaos bolt when I got the cast to go faster.
Yeah, you're wasting globals. You're wasting globals on that, so it's not worth it.
Yeah, I just need to just yeet off the bar.
Yeah, immolate, conflag, chaos bolt, incinerate. Those should be like your main abilities.
Yeah. Every time I have a soul stone, I can use it on. That's
Use shadow burn. Yeah, and use shadow burn for movement. Like that's gonna be your big thing. All right. Hey, I'm gonna go back to Stormwind real quick and see if I'm gonna go see if I can't buy a helmet and put the helmet on and go get some. Oh, that was already her thing.
Oh, okay, I can just reload it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go put some of the stuff in the bank too, because oh man, that was really good.
Because I got the 33 because I too need a helmet.
I need you to put the helmet on.
But where's my hearth at?
Holy crap, I got a lot of crap in here.
Sorry. Well, that's a decent walk to a Stormwind. I can make that walk. I forgot I was doing another type of quest before I started doing these.
Let's put these stones in here.
Because I started this with you at 28, so...
Yeah. Holy crap, I've got like 40 silver bars. I didn't realize I needed that many silver bars.
I'm not 100% sure if you do or not.
You don't need 40 silver bars.
I think for level blacksmithing, you only need to do 5.
Yeah, you need about 5. But I'm just going to burn out. Like, if I've got 40 silver bars, I'm just going to use 40 silver bars. Like...
If it gives you a skill up, even if it's 1 or 2 more skill up, that means the next I go on use a guide to roughly level my professions so I don't spend too much making shit that I don't need.
I mean, there's things that I do that I'll use the guide, but even sometimes the guide's just like meh.
Well, some of the guys are like, this is the easiest way to do it. It is the one that requires less. But I'm like, but those are expensive.
Yeah, that's because people know that they can charge you for that, and that's why.
While you're doing it.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Because I used to make a lot of gold just doing. I used to make a lot of gold using doing like buying or going out and farming those different packages and stuff like that. Just exactly what they were like. You need this, this, and this, and so I went out and bought them and yeah, or sell them to people. Let's see what else.
Phase 1, I was doing that my tailor, and everyone I know the top boxes at the time had like certain tailoring things. I would make that, even though it didn't level my skill. I made that pop in an auction house for a few silver. Made my profit from.
Yeah.
At one point, I take the raw material and thread, make pure profit. It wasn't much profit, but it was still profit.
Yeah.
I actually gonna send
No, don't.
to Haichu. Yeah, my new druid, my level 8 druid is called Haichu.
Bless you.
It's a candy. I get that too. Okay, I got.
I was hosting trivia the other day, and I had this question about Abe Lincoln, and I was like, Abe Lincoln, and no, I didn't say hey Lincoln.
I like it.
Oh, a Jew in Malnia? No, I didn't say a Jew. I said a Jew.
Use that one.
I miss Mel Brooks. His movies were the best.
Yeah, he had not one hand. need a two-hand sword or a two-hand mace.
My dumbass can spell elixir.
It happens.
Oh, God damn.
I'm
That's-
what you call a dumbass myself sometimes. I keep clicking the
There's a-
okay.
There's a
I click one-handers 5 different times. Like, why can't I find the thing I'm looking for? Then I'm looking, why is these stats low? Oh,
gotta make sure you set the parameters. Oh man, I can make.
I'm what they call a bit slow.
I think if we do one more, like, I don't know. I think if we do one more run, I think I'm gonna probably end up calling the stream early though.
Oh, do what you need to, man.
Well, I mean, I've been doing it for 2 hours. Like I said, I'm trying to do like 2 hours tipping, so we're at like 150, and I got two more levels essentially. Actually, I got 2 levels, so it's not bad. Let's put this back.
I'm gonna go ahead and buy that. That's 5 gold. I can afford it.
Yeah. Okay. That was music kind of chill.
Cuff.
10 slot. Let's buy a 10 slot bag. Yeah, we'll buy the room. So that way it takes it off now.
Speedy choosers. It's 10.
There we go. Alrighty. I hate general chat some days.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and buy that one. It's cheaper, and then next level I can use it.
Alrighty. Ooh, talent point. Because I don't care. Boop.
Yeah, by the time you're the 50, you'll probably have to respec anyway.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like picking points that I think would do me favor, so I'll probably like put points in axe specialization because I've just been using axes. So I think actually the best in slot for warriors right now is axes.
So I don't know how I feel about it because you can get a fuckload of crit right now, and the extra 5% is nice. But since you're already getting a fuckload of crit, meaning you're critting often enough, anyways, the extra attacks like do matter a fuckload. Particularly if you got wild strikes from a druid because they stack.
It all depends. There's a lot of theory crafting I know still going out on it, so I'd have to take a look. I don't really play a whole lot of warrior. I
think at the end of the day that sword spec is better just because the 2 options for weapons are both swords.
Yeah.
Especially if you're playing a human warrior.
It's like if we had a purple axe, that was real good. Oh yeah, and if you're a human warrior, you get the +5 sword skill, which they should be fixing next phase. I thought they were gonna do that this phase.
No. Next phase is when it is. All that crap sold. Great, man.
I'll be
Making
happy for that.
large flag.
Because I think humans kept like maces and axes.
You know.
See, so how are they gonna balance humans though? Because like, there's pretty much no reason to be a human now. Like, your only racial is like what 10% rep. You know.
I mean, that rep adds up.
I mean,
you're gonna have
yeah, but this
Trust
isn't
me.
Season of Discovery where like, yeah, there's rep grinds.
All right, that's it for me, guys. Today I promised to mark off where I'm at, so I'm at 9425. 95. 9425. 9425. And we've got 6 gold, 1 silver, 28 copper. We'll probably do this again throughout the week. Appreciate everybody who's hung out with me this one. I will catch y'all at a later date.